And there's always a little bit of a delay with Instagram, so I have to go back and forth. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I usually wait until at least one person hops on before I start chatting. And if you're looking at this, I'm doing, good morning, I'm doing a spend the week with me vlog. And so doing a lot of behind the scenes um, stuff. So the vlog will probably be up. There we go. Okay, now we're live on Instagram. There's always a little bit of a lag. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. If you caught me midstream, I am actually doing a behind the scenes spin the week with me vlog. So I was talking to the other camera that has videotape all of the craziness behind the scenes, especially this morning because I was running late. So happy Friday. Good morning. And thank you for joining me on Coffee with Angel. It's been good morning. Good morning, Instagram. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. Good morning, Carolyn and Deneen. Deneen in Detroit. I was talking about Detroit this week while I was out of town because I met someone from Detroit and I was making the connections because we got to find a great location to have our Detroit meetup. And I have a couple of places in mind, but I just want you to know I am working on it because I told them Detroit's all in the DM. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I got off track. So if you don't know who I am, I always hop on and I just never even say who I am like until 20 minutes later. So if you're new, welcome. I'm Angel Cornelius, the founder of Maison 276, where we're building the leading beauty brand for an amazing community of middle-aged women who are living their best lives. Our hero product is the 3-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair, designed to brighten, cleanse, and restore the natural brilliance of your hair without purple dyes. But we talk about everything on this channel: silver hair, fashion, fitness, emotional wellness, everything. And so today, honestly, I've been traveling all week, and I was just kind of last night, just like I don't know what I'm going to talk about this morning, and so I decided to just share a personal struggle, like getting back on track with my fitness routine. You know, the thing about traveling is it disrupts everything. Whether it's your I don't want to say diet because I don't diet, but I don't eat the way that I normally eat, like when I'm traveling all week. Um, Definitely hardly ever work out, and it's not that they don't have workout facilities. It's just like if you're starting meetings, at 8, you got in at 10 o'clock at night. It's just like it's a whole thing. And if you've ever traveled for work, I know you understand. So I'm getting ready to, if you wonder like who I'm talking to, it's actually not a person, it's another camera, because I actually am creating a spend the week with me vlog, and today is the last day. So I've got another camera that I'm about to turn off right now. Hi. That I was showing doing the setup. And today was really hectic because I was kind of, running late. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Stephanie. Happy Friday, Carolyn. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jay Trey Lee. I appreciate y'all. So I thought, that's not just an angel struggle. That's like everybody has that. It could be in the winter, if you live. While I'm talking, I'm going to pour my coffee because that's how behind I was. But I did treat myself to French press, mostly because I don't have any Keurig cups because I've been gone. And anyway, um, completely lost my train of thought. Welcome to being 60 plus. um, oh, so yeah, I was just like, this is not an angel struggle. Everybody struggles with sometimes getting off of their fitness routine. Oh, what I was saying is, like, if you live in a cold climate and it's hard to get out in the winter, or sometimes, life just lifes and you just get off your routine. And I'm not someone who weighs themselves. That's not me. I just know when I'm gaining weight. I just know. And so I got to get back on track. I literally haven't worked out at all this week. I'm going to get up tomorrow morning. Normally, I don't work out on Saturday. I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and work out. So, I want to know, what are some of your hacks? I'll share some of the things that I do when I get off schedule. But I want to, this is a community for sharing. This isn't a platform where I just talk. So I want to know, what are some of your hacks for when you get off your fitness routine? And, how do you get back on track to being consistent? Because, summer's coming. We're pulling all these layers off, right? So, right now is the time to get summer ready, not in June. So come on, you guys, share. I want to know, what do you do when you get off track? Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate y'all so much. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Christina. So if you just hopped on, we are talking about how to get back on track with your fitness routine. Whether it's you're working out, whether it's eating right, because sometimes, life just happens and we fall off the wagon, so to speak. Excuse me. Good morning. Good morning, Instagram. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you just joined us, I want you guys to share, how do you get back on track when you kind of get off your fitness routine? So I'll tell you, what I normally do. Just is this is how I manage my weight and, staying fit. Normally during the week, I eat like a vegetarian. So, I eat a lot. I just don't eat meat during the week. And I usually have a light breakfast. I don't even eat until 11 or 12 because I'm just not hungry. Normally, I'm just surviving off coffee and also hydrating, drinking water before then. And I'll have something really light, like some oatmeal pancakes. I have this great recipe I found about 4 or 5 years ago where I make pancakes. It's made with oat flour, which is basically oatmeal that I have put in the bullet and turned into a flour. It's got a little bit of baking powder in it, a little bit of salt, and whatever kind of plant-based milk I have. Usually it's almond, soy, or oat milk. And I'll throw some nuts and fruit in there. I always keep blueberries. I love blueberries. Sometimes I'll throw some banana in there. So that's where the sweetness comes from. And a little bit of olive oil or vegan butter in a nonstick skillet. And that's usually what I have for breakfast, or sometimes I'll do grits. And then dinner, I usually, because I'm eating breakfast, so in the middle of the day, and then my next meal will be dinner. And so that's how I eat during the week. And I also try not to drink alcohol during the week. I found that really helped me lose the menopause 30 that I gained. So that helps me. Okay, so that, and then on the weekends, I do whatever I want to do. And so that has worked for me. But when that week gets off, like this week, and all the traveling I've been doing this year, that's when I get off track. So, okay, let's see what we got in the deets. S. Malone says she does intermittent fasting that gets her back on track, cutting back on sugar and salt and sticking mostly to veggies as possible. Right. I think people think when you eat a vegetarian or vegan diet that you're eating salad all the time. And that is absolutely not the case at all. Or that you're only eating potatoes and pasta. No. There's a wide variety. And I really recommend delving more and being more curious about vegan and vegetarian eating, because I think you will be surprised. You do have to learn, I'm from New Orleans, so I'm used to very, very flavor intense food. And I don't just mean heat, I just mean food that tastes good. And so I did have to learn how to cook and how to supplement with seasonings and fresh herbs and all the other things to make food taste enjoyable to me. Because it's really not the meat, it's the flavor that the meat brings. So S. Malone, when you say intermittent fasting, I want to know a little bit more. Like, do you mean for hours, or do you mean for a couple of days? And excuse me, tell me a little bit more about what you mean when you say intermittent fasting, because I'm curious about that. Let's see, Carolyn. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. She says getting her 10,000 steps in is challenging, and Michigan weather. I got to drink something cold, hot, because I don't know what's going on with my voice. She's working on her arms more right now to get that fat shaped up with 5-pound weights. Thank you, Carolyn. What is wrong with my voice? Thank you for bringing up the weights part, because I think people think in order to be toned, you have to like live in the gym and do very strenuous. No, baby, you can get some very awesome toned arms using 2, 3, 4, 5-pound weights. And you can start with 2 or 3 and work your way up, but you will be amazed. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for dropping that in. You will be amazed at what you can do with those light weights. I mean, you really don't need to be, like, if you want to be that person that's doing the heavy stuff in the gym, I salute you, my sister. That's not my ministry. But those 2, 3, 4, 5-pound weights, you can do a lot of damage. Well, not damage. You will be shocked at how amazed the toning you can get. So for me, I do. I have. What are these 5? Yeah, I have 5-pound weights. I used to have 3. I'm gonna get them right now. Okay. The only reason I could do that is because my Peloton is right over there. So I started with these 3-pound weights that came with the Peloton, and then I moved up to the 5-pound. You can't see the 5-pound weights, and these are from Amazon, but you can get them from. I mean, you can get them from anywhere. Your local sporting goods like a Dick's or we have Academy here in Houston, but and get the ones that have the what is this? It's like a foam covering. It's soft because they don't get slippery if you if you start sweating. So these are really, really good. But I use these for 10 minutes 3 times a week. That's all. And I usually do it at the end of my Peloton workout. And usually I'll do 30, it depends on how I feel. I will do either from 30 minutes to 45 to an hour. And then I do this 3 times a week. The Peloton app has some arm workouts that are 10 minutes. So that's where I get the 10 minutes from. So 10 minutes, 3 times a week, sis, I'm telling you, they will get your arms totally together. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, let's see. Berna says, good morning. She finally got back on the wagon. I get my workout clothes together the night before. That really helps. That is another great hack. That absolutely is, because you just kind of roll out of bed and roll into your clothes. And it sounds simple, y'all, but Berna is telling the truth. Like, that really, really helps. And even I think psychologically, when that's like the last thing you do at night, you kind of set that intention, and then when you wake up, it's not so hard. So Berna, I actually had to start implementing that about 3 months at the beginning of the year, because I used to work out at the end of the day. because I felt like that was just kind of like me, just a big exhale, like, I deserve this. I work hard today. I'm going to exhale and whatever. And what I found, I was having more and more late meetings scheduled. And so it would be 8 o'clock and I wouldn't have worked out. And a friend of mine recommended I read The Miracle Morning for Entrepreneurs. And I didn't even know that part of the routine of the Miracle Morning is doing your workout in the morning. So I have adjusted to that. Some mornings are easier than others, but I will say that I do feel good because I know, okay, I've gotten my workout in. It does require me to wake up an hour earlier, but at least I know I'm going to do it. And laying my clothes out at night is so important. So thank you so much. Oh, Berna says, plant-based diet during the week. Oh, you love my red beans and rice. Thank you. And my arm workout. Okay, great. So when I first started this YouTube channel, I had no idea like what kind of content to do because I just knew I couldn't talk about hair all the time. I do love talking about hair, but and so my son recommended that I do some cooking videos, and I did. And they didn't get like really hardly any views, but the vlogs probably weren't the best because I had just started, but the recipes are actually good. So Berna, one of the things I want to do is go back and severely edit those vlogs. And I think more people will enjoy it. It just took me a long time. It takes you a long time to get to the recipe, I think. So I was learning. So I appreciate all of y'all that actually watched it. But the recipes are really good. It's New Orleans style red beans and rice, but it's just a vegetarian version or vegan version. So thank you so much. And, if y'all are in, now that I'm a little bit better at doing the vlogs, if y'all would like me to do some more cooking vlogs, let me know. Let me know, because I like to cook. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Stephanie says she's off the wagon right now. That's okay. That's okay. That's why we're talking about this, because I have not been on the wagon consistently. But the plan is to start walking every morning. Yeah, that's great. Walking is free, y'all. And walking is an excellent exercise because you have to use all of your major muscle groups. If you want to add a little bit of zhuzh to it, take some light weights with you. But walking is excellent. The only thing that I will say is invest in good shoes. At this stage in our life, we cannot be wearing bargain shoes. Like, invest in a good pair of either, I frankly think running shoes are better than walking shoes because running shoes have more cushion and are built for impact. And so even if you're not going to run, I would still say get a good running shoe. I still run a little bit. I wear Hoka's, Hoka. Alice and Felix are amazing Olympian, created a shoe line a couple of years ago. I also have her shoe. Her shoe would be excellent for walking. It is built for a woman's foot. And so I highly recommend her shoe as well. And then Nike still makes a good shoe. They still make a good shoe. So it would be, Allison Felix's shoe, Hoka's, and then Nike. All of our feet are made differently. So this is something you would need to actually, this is one of the few things I would say, don't buy your first pair online, because you do need to go into the store, put them on, and walk around and see what feels best for you. The other thing that I do is I also use an insert for my heel. Not the whole shoe, but I have a gel insert for the heel because that even absorbs even more of the impact. So walking is free except for the shoes. Highly recommend. Don't forget your sunscreen. Absolutely. Okay, so I asked S. Malone to give us a little bit more information on how she does her intermittent fasting. And she says there are different ways. It doesn't take too much. For me, a week or two, she'll make a smoothie before 6 a.m. And then she fasts from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then she has a full dinner trying to keep it plant-based. Okay, all right. So it's just that during the day fast. And I've done those type of fasts with church before, but there's so many different ways to fast. And I just wanted to know which one you were talking about, but that's great. And of course, you're drinking water throughout the day. So I know that you're doing that, but I want to make it clear that you're not drinking water, because you need the water to flush the toxins out. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Carolyn says her Fitbit, she gets her 10,000 steps in every day except Sundays. Yeah, we all need a rest day. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, more, let's hop on what y'all talking about over on Instagram. Regine Barlow and Nola says, I'm sorry, that's what we call New Orleans. She says she does her 10,000 steps a day for 3 years. That's awesome. Awesome. And I know that you have, that consistency, because first of all, you look like a runway model, but that consistency really pays off. Good morning, Yaya Roth. Good morning, Tangle Silver. Tangle Silver says she loves her daily walks. Oh, several times. Oh yeah, with your pups. Yep. The puppy babies will get you out there. Oh, the Curly Rebel says Hokas are her favorite exercise shoe. They are awesome. They're awesome. I'm probably on my maybe fifth pair now. I mean, they truly are awesome. I didn't even know they existed until I went into a running store to buy a new pair of running shoes. And I was explaining to the guy, some of the issues that I was having. And he was like, have you ever tried these shoes? And I was just like, well, I don't want to be trying nothing new. He's like, oh, they're actually not new. They've been around for a while. And you used to not be able to find them in typical retail stores. Like you used to only be able to find them in specialty stores. But now, they have a wider distribution channel, and you can find them pretty easily now. But Hokas are the bomb. Yes, they are pricey. But again, at this stage in our lives, we need a good athletic shoe. We need something to absorb the impact. Even if you're just walking, it's still impact on our joints, our bones. So invest in a good shoe. Absolutely. Okay, plenty of water and fiber. Yes. Okay, yes. As Malone is saying, definitely lots of water, for whatever. Well, I mean, we need to be drinking our water anyway, but if you're doing some kind of fast or cleanse, you definitely need that water to flush out all those toxins. Yes. Yep, consistency really pays off. And consistency is not just for the body, it's for the mind, because your mind gets accustomed to it as well, because exercise is such a great form of stress relief. And I know I can feel it, like when I go a long period of time and I exercise, I can feel myself just feeling more anxious. We all have stress and so I definitely can feel myself being more anxious when I go too long without working out. Absolutely. Let's see, multifaceted me. She has an ankle injury, but an eclipse machine at home. Okay. And she rides the bike, which takes less time for steps than walking on the treadmill. Right. Absolutely. And the elliptical is very good because you're also moving all the major muscle parts, but you're not stressing your body out. It's because you don't have that impact, which is why I switched from running as my primary sport to the Peloton, because my knees were just like, we're not really here for this every day. You might be in your head, but we are not here for this every day. So running is just like a supplement. It's something that I do. I almost kind of like treat myself to a run. Um, but the Peloton I've grown to love as much as running. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for sharing. These are great tips. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Curly Rebel. I wear a lot of blue. Blue looks good on all silveristas. So thank you. Thank you very much. And true story, Curly Rebel, when I when I put this on this morning, because I have a lot of blue in this color range, I was thinking like, did I wear this last Friday? And I thought, well, no, because I've been traveling all week, so I wouldn't have washed it. But I actually had to go back to the YouTube channel to check, like, what because I thought I had worn it, but I wore something this color for last Friday's Coffee with Angel. It was in the blue family, so I was just like, even if I had worn it, y'all were gonna see it again because I was really hustling to be live at 9. Let's see. Not. Oh no, no worry. No worries, Berner. We're here for everything. Someone said they wanted to see some more plant-based recipes. Okay, I'm better at creating vlogs now, so I think the cooking vlogs will be better. So I need to go through my repertoire because I feel like I eat a lot of the same stuff. Like I eat a lot of beans, and that's where I get a lot of fiber from. But okay, absolutely, we'll do. Not to get off topic. My natural hair, what do you use to slick your hair down? Okay, well, first of all, if you're one of the many people who asked for the ponytail tutorial, it's coming. I had to buy, I have two kinds. I have the straight hair clip-ins, and then I have the hair that is like my natural hair. And I need more of those because the ones that I have, they're old and I don't I never was really, really in love with them. But the companies are finally making hair accessories for those of us who have a lot of silver hair, not just salt and pepper. And that's always been my challenge. So the ponytail tutorial is coming. What I have this morning, because I wore this ponytail all week while I was traveling. So girl, there is a lot of gel and hairspray. So this is the Cantu extra. I have a vlog where I go through all of the hair products that I use, and I think it's called the best hair products for silver or gray hair, because I highlight products that don't turn your hair yellow. But so this morning, this is a little of the Cantu gel that I use to just slick down the flyaways. And I also have, because it already had hairspray on it to hold it in place. So I just spritzed a little water. Basically, I refreshed it by adding a little water to basically activate the products that are already in my hair. So, but this is the Cantu gel. And then Eden Body Works makes a clear edge gel. It is so hard to find. So there are multiple edge gels that I use. Eden Body Works, Design Essential also makes one that's clear. And Eden Body Works, Design Essentials. Those are the two I recommend the most. But because I have so much white hair, like even the products that are clear over time and they will still turn my hair yellow. And so tomorrow, which is my typical wash day on Saturday, like I'm going to leave that clarify on for like 20 minutes because my hair just styling products just turn it yellow if I leave them on too long. And so because I've been wearing it like this all week, it's to me, it looks dull. It might not look dull to you, but to me. And so I'm super sensitive about that because it's so white. So I gave you way more information than you asked for, but that's the answer. So when I do the ponytail vlog, I'll also go into great detail about all the different products that I use. And I have alternatives, like I said, for the edge gels, because the ones that I like are just hard to find. So I will not eat bland food. She switched to vegan cheese, and I love pasta, but the good kind that has durum wheat. Okay. I'm gonna be yeah, yeah, I don't eat the bland food at all. Not at all. I can't do it. I will have to try that vegan cheese. I have tried some before and was not it was a no for me. I was just like, I'm just not gonna if I'm doing vegan during this period, I'm just not gonna do better goods. I have to try that. Okay. Yeah, I love pasta and I use a lot of different kinds of pastas now. And that's why you kind of when you go down this, I don't want to call it rabbit hole. That's why I encourage you to be curious with the vegan and vegetarian lifestyle because you'll find like there's so one of the biggest concerns people always have is like, how do you get protein? And so I've discovered all these pastas that are made with things like lentils and chickpea, which are very, very high in protein. So you can get a pasta that's not made with wheat flour, or you can get one that's fortified with other protein rich ingredients. So there you can get your protein. You can definitely get your protein. And I would say fresh herbs really, really, really help. Oops, really, really help fortify that flavor. Absolutely. Doesn't take too much. Thank you for the ponytail info. The frizzies when yeah, product does matter. Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, absolutely. No problem. No problem. Thank you guys so much. Bondi B and Bondi 8. Oh, I think that's a hair product. I'm not sure. But no, thank you guys for sharing. That's what this community is all about. Like, I just come on here and provide the platform. You know, I'll share a little bit of information that I have, but I really enjoy, you guys sharing the information that you have as well. That's really what the Maison 276 community is all about. So if you joined us mid conversation, but today's topic was how to get back on track when you get off your fitness routine for whatever reason. Like, this is not a judgment zone. This is just like, okay, how do we encourage each other and get back on track? So like all of the Coffee with Angels, they're all uploaded on my YouTube channel. And you can watch all of them afterwards. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I always respond. I try to respond within a day, unless I'm traveling. But you guys know I'm all up in the DMs. So I appreciate y'all so much. But that's what we were talking about today. And I haven't done a vlog in a while because I have been traveling. So two that I'm working on right now. That partly I was filming earlier this morning if you were here when I first started, was to kind of like spend the week with me. I think people's idea of what it means to be an entrepreneur is very different than the reality. Most of my work takes place behind closed doors, away from the cameras, and sometimes just, dressed like this with no makeup on. But this was a really fun week, so I thought it would be cool to try to take you guys with me where I could. So Monday, I had the incredible honor of being a featured panelist at Walmart's global headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas. It was an amazing activity, and even saying it now, I'm just so humbled and honored. It was an event for International Women's Day. It was for Walmart employees. And so there were like 1,400 associates in the auditorium, as well as many who live streamed all across the country. So I do have some clips, some behind the scene clips from that. Funny thing, I bought a new camera. And so my son, who's my co-founder and business partner, was with me. So like the day before we go in there, I'm like, this is how you work the camera, do this, do that. He takes all the pictures. That night, I get back to the hotel. Actually, it was the next morning because we got in so late. Everything was in slow motion. I was just like, everything was in slow motion. So I got to figure out like how to do voiceover, how to speed it up. But even still, y'all are behind the scenes and you're going to see me at the Walmart global headquarters. But that was so funny. But anyway, I got footage. And then I had another event in New York. Um, I got on 4 planes in 5 days. I'll just say that. So, so I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of, spending the week with me behind the scenes. And if you don't know by now, for the past couple of weeks, I've been alluding to a big announcement, and it kind of already got dropped by someone else. So I didn't get to make like a big splash, but it still is a huge, tremendous opportunity that Maison 276 is going to be launching nationwide in Walmart. It has been such an incredible almost 4 year journey. So over the past 3 years, I was actually recording stuff, and because I knew at some point I would want to share this with the Maison 276 community. So working on kind of pulling that together. So I'll keep you guys posted. Products should be in store soon. We're going to be doing some events, all over wherever we have Maison 276 community. And it is just, you're going to see me crying a lot. I'm going to just, I'm going to just tell you right now, because it has been such a journey. The Walmart family has been so incredibly supportive, and you guys too. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. So stay tuned. I will. Thank you guys. Thank you over there on Instagram. I appreciate all the warm words. So thank you. It is. Yeah. Thank you. So multifaceted me, the car commercial. That was one of those things where, and I did I did a behind the scenes for that. That actually is posted on my YouTube channel. It was one of those things. I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all there's going to be a lot of tears when I talk about this Walmart thing. The car commercial was, honestly, that was just this opportunity God just dropped in my lap. Like I wouldn't have even, if that was something I wanted to do, I wouldn't have known where to even start looking. It was just an incredible opportunity presented to me through Fly, Hip, and Ageless. If you don't follow them on Instagram, you should. And so, yeah, that was crazy. It was a lot of fun. We filmed a lot of stuff. I didn't know how they were going to use the assets that we created, but I couldn't be more proud of it. And I'm proud of it because it's an opportunity to show the world that middle-aged women with silver hair, can sell more things than insurance and arthritis medication. Like, both of those things are good and they're things that we need, but we deserve to have authentic representation just like every other consumer. And so I felt very proud to that I was selected, because I felt like I was representing our community, that was really not about me, but I was just a stand-in for a huge community of amazing women who are 50 plus, who are beautiful and vibrant and confident and doing incredible things, still growing and learning and having a great time. Like, fun is not only for 20 and 30-year-olds. And so that's why that was so special to me. And I felt so honored because I really felt like I was representing our community. So thank you so much. Um, Now y'all's comments got me crying. But thank you, multifaceted me, for seeing that. So yeah, if you guys want to see the behind the scenes of that, that was funny. It was so cold. I was freezing, like everybody, because it was outside. As if you saw the ad, and all of the behind the scenes shows everybody else wearing parkas. There's like snow on the ground. So I have such great respect for people who do that for a living, because it is that little clip took hours to do. So I have such great respect for them. Thank you, Stephanie and Carolyn, S. Malone, and Berna. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Berna. You saw me on QVC. Oh my gosh, that seems like 100 years ago, but that was really our first big break. I would say it really was, and it was an opportunity for me to show the wide, diverse group of Maison 276 community, from blonde hair to, long hair, short hair, straight hair, all the hair, So I am really grateful for QVC, because that was the first time we had that kind of platform. And that was an amazing experience as well. I learned so much. I'm just grateful for the journey, all the trials, all the valley moments, a lot of valley moments, but I am grateful for the journey, because, as it said, there are no failures, there are just lessons. And I've learned so much along the way and met so many amazing people that I would never have met in my former life as a healthcare administrator, which I actually enjoyed. I loved that job. I actually did. I love that job a lot. But I am very grateful for this new community of amazing, amazing women. Like, you guys inspire me every single day. So Deborah asked when. So it's all in process right now, Deborah. And that's why we haven't done the big announcement, because we want to make sure that the products are on shelf, in almost all the stores, but they're actually being shipped right now as we speak. So yeah, I'm super excited. I need to see it in the store before I tell y'all go get it. So, but we're keeping track, and they're keeping us, updated. It is it's a lot to go from this kitchen where I made my first products to the shelves of, the number one retailer in the world. But I'm appreciative of all of their support in helping us get to this point. I truly am. I truly am. So thank you guys so much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I one of the reasons I did the spend the week with me vlog. I was like, I just felt like so many times I want to just put you guys in my pocket and take you with me. And so I just thought, that might be a way to kind of share some of the behind the scenes. So Berna, there are going to be some New Jersey stores. Yeah. So right now we're actually working on, that's funny because my last meeting I had last night was like at 8:00. And it was putting the store locator app on our website. So once we've confirmed that the products are literally on the shelf, then we'll make that page live, and you can just go in and put your zip code in, and it'll tell you the store that's closest to you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting y'all in some stores, just showing up we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna have fun with this. I'm very excited about it. So thank you guys. It is God's timing, Deborah. It actually it really is. It truly is, because I can tell you, honey, 10 years ago, if you had told me this is where I would be and this is what I would be doing, I yeah, I wouldn't have seen it. But Steve Jobs famously said, you connect the dots backwards. Like, when you look back, then you can see the dots connecting. And that's just another way of saying, that's God's timing, and his plan. And that's why he doesn't tell us, because we would mess it up. Yes, I'm pretty sure Deborah's asking about Cleveland. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I know there are Ohio locations. Yeah, yep. So once I know they're on shelf, then I'll have the list. And so when y'all are in the DMs live asking me, I can just look and it's like, yes, it's on this street. So it's because it's not that I don't have the information, we do, but it's a pretty, like I said, I'm very grateful, because it's a very, it's where our customers are. I'll say that. And our customers are everywhere. So yeah. So okay, y'all. Oh my gosh. Y'all, somebody is joining us from South Africa. What? You're gonna make me start crying again. What? Hello. Let me see. It's evening. Yes, it's not morning, it's evening. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Our daughter did a semester abroad in South Africa, and she really, really enjoyed it so much. She loved it. Brought us back a lot of good wine. If y'all don't know, South Africa produces some amazing wine. So, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I was looking for you, Zanade, at the women's history thing and that JP Morgan had last. That's the other reason I was in New York. When was it? Wednesday. So we'll have to connect. And I'll let you know next time I'm in New York. It'll be soon. Oh, multifaceted me, girl. You really about to make me cry. You really, but yeah. Yep. I believe that too. I believe that with all my heart. And I hope that my story of, leaving my job at 65, and I'm sorry, I left my job when I was 58, and launching in Walmart when you're 65 means that there is no time scale. There's no expiration date. There's none. Literally anything is possible. And that is, I've never been someone to not tell my age. Half the time I have to think about, how old I am, because I don't think about it until somebody asks me. But I do think it's important sometimes to just say, you can do whatever you want to do. You have amassed so much wisdom and knowledge and experience and overcome so much by this stage of your life. Baby, you have a toolkit that does not compare to someone that's 20 or 30 years old, because they just haven't had the life experience. So don't ever let anyone tell you that because of your age, you can't make a pivot, you can't create something new, you can't start over, because that is exactly what I did. And that doesn't make me special. There are many, many women who have done the same thing. I found out that Eunice Johnson, who was the founder of Fashion Fair, her husband was the founder of the Johnson Publishing Company. If you're a certain age, you know who I'm talking about. She created Fashion Fair when she was 57. And like when I read that, realizing like that was the age that I was when I decided I was leaving my job in healthcare, it was just like, okay, I'm right on time. That's what that's what Eunice Johnson did too. I didn't know that until a few years ago. So you can do it, sis. You can do anything you want to do. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I am saying it's doable. And on that, y'all, this is the longest coffee with Angel we have ever had. Oh my gosh, it's been almost an hour. But I appreciate y'all so much. Good ideas have no expiration date. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to continue to share this journey with you. And thank you guys. All right, you already saw some tears. There's going to be more. There's going to be more. I promise you. You guys have a blessed weekend. If you're a basketball lover, enjoy March Madness. I'm looking forward to. I'm not going to watch any games today because I got too much work to do. But I am looking forward to watching some games tonight and tomorrow. So you guys take care. I love you, and I will see you next Friday on Coffee with Angel. Bye. Y'all got me crying in these DMs for real.